That's Ava Sikovic, the junior midfielder, wearing 13 in white. Another one of the players on this team. Just so much talent on both sides. There's a reason why the Big Ten is thought of as good of a conference you can find in the country for field hockey, and I think that's why this opening game is so important for both teams. Maryland, and it down the field. We are underway here at College Park. Scarlet Knights looking to pass it around the back, maybe establish some possession, work their way up the field, but they can't get past Gayton. Whistle goes on Maryland. That was Maya Everett, got the stick in and earned a whistle. Again, for the Scarlet Knights, they have only won here once. Was not in regulation. In 24 tries, but they're led by a former Terp in Civico. In her 12th season guiding this Rutgers program, and boy, has she done a great job.
You got that right. Just used to play under Missy Mahar here at Maryland, actually. Won a conference and national championship under Missy when she had her time here at Maryland. So this place is pretty familiar for her.
She has built this Rutgers program into a real force. And now the Scarlet Knights are on the prowl. Swing and miss there by Denip.
Looks like maybe defender Josie Holloman was shaken up a little bit on that play. She's okay now, but don't know what happened. Looked like she may have taken a hit, but she is up now and on the ball.
It was Denip who tried to go for goal, and now turnover. Here comes Rutgers again. That's Heck working her way into the middle, and it's snuffed out by Gurka.
And if you were here early for our show open, you saw that they talked a lot about volume. Sabrina Rhodes and Nathan Schwartz on the intro talked a lot about volume up top and scoring, and there's going to be a lot of shots on goal today, Tyler.
Yeah, this is definitely two teams who look to their offense, get results. This is Klein out down the line, nobody home. Both teams just settling into Big Ten play. And James, I mean, it's been rough for these two squads against ranked teams already, both looking for their first ranked win. Or for Rutgers, rather, looking for their first ranked win. For Maryland, looking to get back on track after a few ranked losses.
And Tyler, when we talk about those ranked losses, I think we need a little bit more context behind them. For both of these programs, those ranked losses are coming within 1-goal margins. So they're just critical. And a lot of those goals and those deciding matches came in the fourth quarter. So these games really go all the way up until the end.
Rutgers passing it around in the back. Cogdell. Terps applying pressure, trying to make things difficult for Rutgers to advance. It goes out of play, and that's exactly what the Terps do. Hope Rose looking to slide it through, but good job by Nicholas to get a stick in the way. Bannatyne trying to take it down the near sideline, and it goes out of play. That's Beatty. Front of the Maryland bench to get us going again. Nicholas switching fields over for puck winner. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year last season. As good as it gets in this conference. Whistle, it's going to stay with Rutgers.
And Tyler, just in general, I mean, the quality of this day for field hockey and for any sport in general has just been just beautiful. I mean, everything about it. These girls are probably ecstatic that they get to play their favorite sport in this sort of weather, in this sort of climate, and have the fans show up as well.
It can get cold real fast, especially as we get into the nitty-gritty of conference play, but you're right now it's almost too hot. Another swing and miss by Rutgers, that time by Cogdell, sees the ball go out. Second time that we've seen Rutgers just misplay the ball, see?
Yeah, that's interesting, Tyler. It seems like there's going to be some things you got to shake off in this game, and it's really going to come down to the wire, so they need to kind of get woken up now and be ready, as looks like Maryland's going to take possession here.
5 minutes into this one. Not much in the way of action so far. I think it's just two teams trying to find their footing. You always want to start conservative, I think, James, in a game, especially one of this magnitude. Don't want to make an early mistake and then pay the price for it.
Absolutely. Got to make sure you have those numbers forward, but it's more important in a game like this early on to have those numbers back and make sure in transition that you're solidified.
That's right, James. You just got to settle into the game, and then you can go from there. This ball is slid into the middle, looking for Bradford. Whistle goes on Maryland.
And Tyler, looks like we're going to go into a replay here. This one sliced through, but eventually the referee saw all that she needed to and going to award Rutgers possession there.
Maryland gets it back, though. They're going to try to work it up the field. Trexler sliding it down to the near side for Noper. Noper dispossessed. Here comes the Scarlet Knights. A back and forth game here early on. Whistle against de Burdine, who spent the summer in Paris at the Olympics. Came back for a 5th year at Maryland. Didn't play last year. Look down and all the way up. But how important is that, James, to have a player with Olympic experience playing the game at the highest possible level in your ranks?
Absolutely. I mean, when you have that sort of experience and just in general, being on TV of that magnitude, everybody in the U.S. is backing you, and it's pressure-filled, but it also, you know, pressure makes diamonds, and, you know, de Burdine is surely one of those for Maryland.
This is her 76 games coming into this year for de Burdine as a Terp. And did not play last year. Whistle goes, and a penalty corner coming for the Terps.
First one on the day, Tyler.
See the contact here on the side. Stick getting in the way of Trexler. That's huge. This is biggest opportunity for either team in this game. So de Burdine is going to play this across. See red around the shooting circle. Set up Rose, lost it. A miscue, and now Rutgers has numbers forward. Maryland needs to get players back. Ball to the middle. Slid on too much on the pass by Kuiper. That was such a good opportunity. Cooper just could not keep the touch. And again, that's when a team can really be exposed defensively. You mess up on a penalty corner. Now Cooper working in. Whistle goes against Hope Rose at Maryland.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And it feels so tense. It feels like at any moment, either of these offenses can strike, especially here. Calzerano will send this over. She won the whistle. Here's a shot. In on goal and in. Rutgers strikes first.
Just beautiful, beautiful execution there.
It was Molyneux, number 8, who gets the goal. You can see chaos in the shooting circle off the penalty corner. Molyneux found herself open, and that's a great touch directing it in.
We talked about it already, Tyler. Really scrappy in that final third, the offensive third, defensive third for Maryland, and that's a deflection goal. Not the prettiest, but effective, and it got the job done, put Rutgers on the board.
The first goal of this game on the first shot of this game by either team. That shows you how dangerous these offenses are. And James, I think that whenever either of these teams are allowed to look on goal by these two stout defenses, could be real trouble for the goalies.
Absolutely. You have some solid goalies, you know, goaltending this game today for both teams. You talk about Howard and Klabaska. I mean, both just top goalies in the nation. Klabaska has only allowed 4 goals in 6 games. Top 20 in the nation in save percentage as well. So Howard's not far behind, 34th in save percentage. So these girls have come up big for their teams in the most important moments. That's a error, and that one will go out of bounds. And Rutgers going to get possession here as the Terps look to respond to the goal that just happened.
So Rutgers striking first. Again, these two teams have met in College Park 24 times. Maryland has won 23, the other an overtime win for the Scarlet Knights. They have never done it in regulation, and so far, so good.
Yeah, that was actually the first Big Ten matchup between these two teams last year as well. So it seems to be a trend on the schedule, and really two good programs that, I don't know if they like to play each other early on, but it helps to set the tone for the rest of the season and what to expect.
Well, we've already touched on it, but one person who definitely likes to play Maryland is the Scarlet Knights head coach, Meredith Civico, who spent so much time here as a Terp. And you know that she would love to win here more than anyone else against her former coach.
Spent 3 seasons here, Tyler, and really capped it off with that national championship and conference championship, like I mentioned earlier. And just what a storybook ending.
There is no better legacy to leave than one with gold. Rutgers have been golden so far in this one. 1-0 they lead. And Scarlet Knights really starting to slow things down, James. I think they have found their footing. We talked so much about them searching for it.
This is one of those where that first goal really breaks the ice, I think,
Right.
for both teams. Kind of wakes them up and really is like, okay, that got out of the way. Now we have to respond.
Especially in a conference opener. Searching pass in for Cozzarano. Found her for a second, but that's excellent defense by Holloman. And out of bounds it goes. There's Civico. Talked about her time here in College Park. And it's not just her, James. This whole team wants to win here for her.
No, absolutely. Tyler led the Scarlet Knights to 3 NCAA appearances since 2018. And prior to that, had only been to 2 total in their tenure.
I think the best thing she's done for Rutgers was bringing them that elusive first Big Ten title in any sport. Winning the hardware in 2021.
Definitely cements your name as a coach, but also that your program is legit and that field hockey deserves more recognition as a sport at the university.
Big time. That was well celebrated. I mean, it took Rutgers 7 years to get that first title, and ever since, Rutgers a threat in the Big Ten every year. And a threat in the country as well. They started 15-0 last year. It's the first time even getting to 10. Scarlet Knights working it around again. This is Beatty. Near side looking for space. She finds Jor. Tough defense by the Terps, who just have not had much the offensive end.
No, not much at all, Tyler. And about to wrap up this first quarter of the match, and the Terps not having a shot on board is really an anomaly.
Hope Rose with an interception gives it right back to Indy Van Eck. 216s were battling there for a second. Hackett to Birdeye. Under 30 seconds to play.
And Tyler,
here in the first.
Tyler, you got to wonder with these last couple seconds, is Rutgers just looking to hold the ball and just kind of wait till they get to their break? But now Maryland actually just retains possession.
Gurka did a good job there in the corner. Final seconds going to tick away. The first blood to Rutgers. here at College Park. They lead after one.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Huge win to start Big Ten play. It's going up and onto the roof.
That one, never knew if that one was going to go through the roof. She lifted that ball up like it was taking off for flight.
And we've got Key and Beam up there to the greatest cameraman you could ever have. Kyle, I think, there as well. Hopefully it didn't hit them. Sent into the shooting circle and out of play.
And Tyler, I think something that's important too is the unpredictability within this sport. She just sent that ball out of bounds. And there's just a lot of strategy in this sport that really you can't even see just from the eye. It's a mental game.
Here's Trexler working it back. That's the only thing Rutgers is going to let him do. Morris Adams, far side, whistle goes. She's going to keep it. Passing it back to Holloman. Holloman into the mixer, takes a bounce. In front it goes. The whistle gives it to Rutgers, despite the complaints by Bradford and Rose.
That attempt was way outside the shooting circle as well, Tyler. It looked like she was going for a deflection maybe from somebody within the shooting circle.
Pass down the near side too much. Out of play it goes for Maryland. A miscue there allows the defense to get reset, though.
As we see a Rutgers player go down there, she was looking for an attack from behind. Not going to get it, looks like. As we take another look here. Looked like a clean tackle, and then Maryland with the trip. Josie Holloman there gets the stick in between the feet there of the Rutgers player.
It's Molyneux, the goal scorer. Take it down. And the Scarlet Knights have done so well here in the second quarter, working on possession. It's a nifty move there by Nicholas. Nicholas trying to send that in. Whistle goes and gives it to Maryland.
Looked like that one may have hit off the shoe. Nicholas, she was moving forward, so Holloman and Terps get possession.
Nice turn there by Trexler. Should get it back to Holloman, who's got a lot of space. A turnover here again by Maryland. Sees Rutgers move up into the shooting circle. Whistle, though, stopping that attack.
Casarano causing problems up top for the Terps just to have to deal with, but lucky for them, the referee gets them off in that one. Lifted here by Holloman. That one's going to run out of bounds. Give Rutgers the ball again. Maryland, so far this quarter, kind of having trouble getting out of their half. Been a lot of action for Rutgers in their final third.
Well, I think that's what you got to do if you're Rutgers. If you're seeing Maryland is having trouble creating offense, which they are. They've only taken, well, 0 shots. They only earned 1 corner. I think that if you could just shorten this game, keep possession, work it around, definitely will be a recipe for success. Beatty tried to slide that through. Burdine right there, taking this into the corner. Excuse me, that's Solomon. Solomon to Rose, that's clever.
Yeah, and they really worked a triangle there, right there, to get out of that tight knit area. Unfortunately now, Rutgers gets possession back, but good work from Holloman there.
Johnson closing there to defend. Excellent job by puck winner to get out. The 2 Terps on her.
Tyler, we talk a lot about how a lot of pressure is going to be put on these 2 goalies because of just the sheer scoring from both sides on the ball. But the Terps haven't really faced too many opponents yet that put this offensive pressure on them like Rutgers is. Rutgers is ranked 3rd in the Big Ten in shots per game and shots on goal, with 16 shots per game and almost 10 shots on goal per game. So they've already shown that today.
Well, again, James, their 2 losses, they weren't exactly pouring in goals, or at least allowing it. 1-0 to Duke, 1-0 to Virginia. That's it.
It's those 1-goal margin games that get it here, and the Terps, if they don't want to see that same feat again, they're going to have to get something going before this half is over.
And you don't want to head to the locker room without a shot. But then again, it's not on the defense. They've done their part. They've only given up 1. Here's Hope Rose. Can she get Maryland going? All played in by Klein out. Whistle goes. Rutgers ball again.
And it looked like it hit the stick there of Ella Gayton.
Just seems like every time Maryland gets it forward, a whistle stops the attack rather than a turnover now. The discipline of this Rutgers defense, I think that starts with Puck Winter, last year's Defensive Player of the Year in this league. And the great work that she does with this back line, anchored by Sophia Howard.
Tyler, just that you pointed out Puck Winter, this year she's leading the NCAA with 3 defensive saves. So what that means is that when there's nobody else, she is that last line of defense that really stops the ball from going in the goal when there's no goalie present. So Puck Winter has really just solidified this back line and made her name known.
It's goalie's best friend to have a player like that. I'm sure Howard appreciates it. Rutgers ball on the far side of the field. Great pass down the near side for Van Eck. Couldn't handle it. This is Holloman. Tried to get it to Rose. Hits off Van Eck. Holloman's going to have some more space here on the restart. Here's Rose. Pass to the middle. Terrapins trying some 1-2s. Also gives it to the Terps. This is Klein out. Or is she gonna go with it? She'll try to go right up the middle. Pass it off to Rose, who works it backwards. Terrapins have 1:15 to try to get something on goal before they head to the locker room. Could have come here. Sent in. Good defense by Beatty. Gets to the far side. Rose not in the position to do much with it. Rose takes a few steps, tries to pass, picked off. Bannatyne.
So that one looked like it was lifted off the ground, so the Terps are going to get possession back after Rutgers tried a clearance there.
Here's Rose. Hope Rose dispossessed. Bannatyne gets better of that matchup again. It's Rutgers ball. Morris Adams. On the field it goes. Klein out. Pulls that one out of the sky. Just 15 seconds to go in this half for Maryland. Will they have an attack? No. Rutgers back the other way. An interception by Rose and a pass back, and that will just about do it for the first half. Rutgers gets a goal in the first quarter. They play keep away in the second, and that's all before the break.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Terrapins have been chasing this game since Rutgers' first goal. The only goal that has counted so far. 5:18 to go here in the third. Good turn by Kleinup. Oh no, the whistle on her. And Rutgers will now take it into the offensive zone. That's a dangerous pass across. Cooper could not get a touch. It was Cazarano, who set that up. Hat-trick earlier this year against Miami, Ohio. She leads them in goals, and she almost picked up an assist here, James.
Yeah, just see that cross slice all the way through the defense, and it's just not as cluttered as it was because of how quickly the Scarlet Knights were able to transition.
Maryland out shooting Rutgers 3-1. Right now, they thought they tied it here in the third, but the goal got called back. Bradford. Good find. Here's Rose. You know she can fly. Still Hope Rose cutting through defenders. And a whistle will go her way.
That one got in the way. Looked like an obstruction call there, so Hope Rose and the Terps are moving forward here.
A kick there on Bradford, who can't believe it.
Bradford showing some emotion there. It's just with that goal being taken off and, you know, not being on the board anymore, it really takes away the confidence that you were building up early in the half.
Kleinup. Good job to control that at midfield. Tried to give it up for A.J. Ayer, and she loses it. Rutgers with the defense so comfortable to have them pass it around. Goes out of play here, though, off of Rutgers, off of Cazarano. Too much on that pass. Nopert couldn't save it. Final 3 minutes here in the third. It's still 1-0 Rutgers, who again have never beaten Maryland in College Park in regulation. Maryland definitely knocking on the door here in the third. A miscue there gives it right back to Maryland.
A lot of time spent in Rutgers' defensive half of the field with Maryland, but now you can see it's Rutgers on the defensive end, and the Terps trying to build something.
Can the Terps have that attack come here? Bradford working in. Whistle goes against the Scarlet Knights.
And Tyler, with the intensity of this game and the chippiness and really these two teams being so familiar with each other, surprising to see no yellow cards yet, no green cards, and no red cards.
No fouls, period, today.
It's been a pretty seamless game for the referees to control.
That's sent to the middle, it takes a touch, and it finds the back of the net. Maryland have tied it, and this time it's gonna count. 1-1, and a sigh of relief. Hope Rose, her second of the year.
Just shows you how quickly things can change. Crossed in here, Hope Rose gets the nifty touch, beats Howard to the far post, and puts away the first goal of the day for the Terps. And like you said, Tyler, this one is not getting called back.
The 39th of her career, 92nd point. But again, just the second goal this season. Maryland hoping to get number 19 going. She's as good as it gets in the country.
Yeah, Tyler, we saw early on in her season, scored the game winner in the first game. And Hope Rose helping to notch this one at 1 apiece here in the second half.
We've got a whole new game. 1-1 here in the third. Terps feel like they should have two. All the momentum with the hosts. Here's a pass forward and a great defensive play by Morris Adams, teleporting to that ball and getting it away.
Shout out again to Hope Rose on that last play. Just early on, having struggles in the season, putting a lot of shots on the cage, but not able to put away the chances that she'd hoped to. And today she does that for the Terps.
60 seconds left to go in the third. Will team break the deadlock before the final 15? Maryland has the momentum. That's for sure. Took Maryland 43 minutes to finally find the back of the net and have it go. And who else but Hope Rose, who's been everywhere today? Causarano, can she find something before the fourth? She'll get a whistle. The time starting to run out. That's excellent defense by Neiswanger. Out of bounds it goes.
And Tyler, late in this third quarter, you cannot allow a goal if you're the Terps after just scoring one.
Causarano.
Looks like we're going to have a corner chance here with less than 5 seconds in the third quarter. Scary, scary sight if you're the Terrapins.
You're going to have to shoot fast. You can't do anything fancy here.
It's going to be interesting to see who's taking this for the Knights, who they really trust to put away these chances that could define the rest of the game, Tyler.
It's the third of the game for Rutgers. They scored their only goal from their second.
As this huddle's taken a little longer than usual because this really does matter and can determine the course of the rest of this game. But and this one's going to have to leave the 25-yard line, and who knows how much clock that'll chew away of that 4.9 seconds left on the board.
No margin for error for Rutgers. They wait. The shot at the buzzer deflected away.
Broken up there. Looks like the clock may have started a little early on that last play. The referee's ruling that there was a deflection off the foot. Rutgers going to join the huddle again. They might have another opportunity at this one. Here's another replay. You can see the clock expiring. It was going a little bit
It went well before
there.
she hit it.
Yeah, well before the ball was even in play. So
now there's... The clock has not been fixed. I guess we're just going on ref stopwatch now. It's sent in. Just enough time to shoot. They do deflect it. The shot there, saved again.
Looks like a stand from the Terps here. But you can't tell. Is that ball in the goal? Has it been out? Is the time expired? So many questions left unanswered.
So now a conversation with the ref as we try to figure things out.
Talking to Causarano here, and I think she's wondering what's going on just as much as we are up in the booth.
So the clock didn't reset there. It just said 2 minutes and then didn't go. There was only 5 seconds left.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
To put them in front.
Holloman versus Howard. Holloman takes, Holloman scores! Maryland has the lead!
And wow, what an emotional game it's been for both these teams. Couple goals called back, lots of confusion by the net as well. And now you'll see another replay as Holloman gets an opportunity there on Howard and puts it away. Josie Holloman, sophomore defender here for the Terps, able to really cement herself as a force up top and a presence and really a leader for these Maryland Terrapins.
Second of the year, second of this game for the Terrapins. They lead it 2-1.
And how interesting is that too, Tyler, that a defender is their one they trust with a penalty stroke, their first of the year.
And she showed why, burying it to give the Terps their first lead in Big Ten play this year. How to play that goes. Now it's a question of can they hang on without Rainwright? Well, the penalty is over. Green card has expired. Everett cutting. Everett took a deflection, goes way up and almost out. It does. It finds its way to the grass.
Great challenge there to break up Everett's strike. That one runs out of bounds, and the Terps are going to get another opportunity to put something away on offense. On the ball, it's Emma DeBurdine.
Beatty with a good swipe there. And Rutgers starting to run out of time. That clock cannot go any faster for them, any slower for the Terps.
And Tyler, what do we talk about? All the losses for both these teams really this year have been decided pretty much in that fourth quarter, except for one for Maryland, but this fourth quarter again, and it's a one-margin lead.
Whistle goes against Rutgers again.
And it's all Maryland up front now. Haven't seen Rutgers really be able to build a sustainable attack in the front.
This will be another penalty corner.
Wrapping around there again. It's attacking from behind, and those are the sort of things that you need to iron out in practices and before these big games. As you see, Rutgers with more penalty corners than Maryland, and the Terps just really able to put away the few opportunities they've had.
DeBurdine to take.
Really a leader for this team, Tyler. This is a big, big opportunity to get a two-goal lead.
Across it goes. Here's a shot deflected up and in. Terrapins 3-1.
And that's the sight you want to see. Another penalty corner, finishing on those opportunities. Few and far many, not many that you get during the game. The Terps able to put away that one again, as we'll take another look at this corner by DeBurdine. Sends it in. The Terps off a deflection there.
Niswonger with the goal from the spot. The second goal by Maryland from the spot here in the fourth. The first from open play.
Kylie Niswonger, leading goal scorer for the Terps. Shots on goal are just really her recipe to success, and she shows it there again. As you can see, fourth goal of the season for her. Hat trick last game. So really, really cemented herself as one of this team's top scorers.
Huge, huge goal. Now Maryland can really lock it down on the defensive end.
Rutgers going to look to build a late attack here, Tyler. I mean, what's been holding them back from doing that in this fourth quarter so far?
It's just been so tough, I think, James, because you've got Maryland scoring a goal, the go-ahead goal, woman down. And now you see the opportunity by Niswonger to just get a touch to it. That's all she needed to do to direct that up and into the goal.
Really saw a span of 2 goals in about 3 minutes there. So the Terps just showing that this fourth quarter is important and it matters to them, and they're coming out with the lead right now, and in 5 minutes maybe coming out with the win. Something they couldn't do last year versus Rutgers.
So 3-1 Terps lead, and now James, I think you just want to keep it up as much as possible in the offensive zone. Rutgers can't hurt you from there.
Yeah, the Terps are going to look to be conservative, like we talked about at the beginning of this game, Tyler, but this game is not over. We saw the Terps, like I mentioned, 2 goals in like 3 minutes, so there's some dangerous bodies flying there in the shooting circle. On the ball here again to DeBurdine. Switches the ball to Everett.
So now if you're Maryland, fourth goal would really be nice, but I think you got to worry more about the defensive side of things. Just over 4 to go. Rutgers needs a goal as soon as possible to try to really push for it. Again, they have not beaten Maryland here in regulation ever.
Looks like Rutgers is going to take their goalie out as well. Howard is going to see her last minutes on the day as Rutgers tries to build a late attack here.
With over 4 minutes to go, that's risky. Terrapins pushing forward. Remember, nobody in goal.
Still got to score from that shooting circle, though. Can't just blast one from deep, right? That's the neat part of this game, is that ball runs out of bounds.
Right, that's the thing, James. I mean, you can't just take it from midfield like you could in soccer or lacrosse.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And the Scarlet Knights outshot Maryland 1-0 in the first half, as you just saw there. Terps 6-1 here in the second. Switch has been flipped in a big way. Very impressive 30 minutes of field hockey here by the hosts. Causarano down the near sideline. Has her pocket picked by DeBernine, working hard to get it back. She does. Whistle goes. Causarano angry. She thought that she could have been in there.
Yeah, wanted the advantage there after getting tripped a few times there on that last possession. This one's going to hit off Maryland defenseman.
Sent across, kicked away. Clavasco, no nonsense at this point. Final minute now. Terps have it. I think they just want to get this clear, or are they just going to hold in the corner? That's what Morris Adams will do. It's Rutgers ball. I just don't know if there's time. No margin for error now. Good stick work there. It goes out of play. And it will be a penalty corner here for Rutgers. But again, with just 31 and a half seconds left, I don't know if Rutgers is going to be able to get one back. And then another.
Yeah, Tyler, they're going to have to be more efficient on this one as opposed to the last one in the end of the third quarter there. On this penalty corner, got to take less time and strike early here because, like you mentioned, just over 30 seconds left in this match. Maryland up 3-1.
3-1 with 31 and a half to play.
Looks like Causarano is going to be on the corner. Big opportunity for her.
If Rutgers can score here, things will certainly get interesting. But remember, there's nobody back in goal for Rutgers. If Maryland wins this, that's that. It's marked down. A shot goes! And Rutgers does get that first goal back.
Just under 25 seconds remaining in this match. Looked like the shot there from Anna Cogdell off of the corner from Causarano. So things did just get a whole lot more interesting as we're going to take another look here.
They had to score here. They have scored here. It was Cogdell on the clutch shot. And now Maryland is going to try to run this out. Hope Rose, far sideline, has her pocket picked. Here comes Rutgers. Is there enough time? Crucial interception by Everett. Morris Adams running with it. 5 seconds left now. Maryland's just going to hold it in the corner, and Maryland is going to win their Big Ten opener. A phenomenal second half by the Terps. We'll see them take down Rutgers 3-2.